What's going on, y'all? It's every other Wednesday night. You know what that means here on the three-star draw. Means it is time for 7's Wild Down South Boys talking toys with me, three-star draw, Down South 77, and my cousin, Squirrel Beaver. Over to you, Squirrel.
I've been squirrel beavering for a real long time, y'all. And I'm here. My name is Squirrel Beaver, and it's my pleasure to bring my voice to the masses. Welcome to my playground.
Should have made it groundhog squirrel.
Welcome to my playground.
Pot blender, what's going on, cuz?
Nothing. Welcome to my playground. Groundhog Day. Anyway, so yeah, what's going on, y'all? Yes, Joe. Raw 42. Smash that like button. No doubt about it. Ready. Packing, which takes all of about maybe 15 minutes for me in the real shit, right? We're getting ready, obviously to take off in a couple of days, and gonna see so many people and have a good time. And yeah, so I'm ready to rock and roll. I will tell you, there is a special someone I will be meeting up with tonight when we get done. And that special someone is War Chest Full of Toys. He is in my town as we speak. He's about 30 minutes from me, so we're going to try to meet up in between like this. We're going to meet up like this in between and hang out for a few hours
You guys are
tonight.
Gonna dock.
It's like Chinese finger cuffs, right? You're just like, we can't separate from each other. No, yeah, we're going to get together in a little while and hang out for a bit and just chill, whatever, since he got in town this afternoon. So have a little time to chill and don't have to work till later tomorrow. I got some stuff to do. 3-star. I gotta get I gotta get the trimmings, right? Gotta get the trimmings. That's important. Because I am due for a haircut. It's not because I'm going out of town, gonna see a bunch of dudes. But also, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to have the Asian ladies work on my tootsies. I'm overdue for my pedicure. And so tomorrow, before I go to work, it's pedicure day. Let's go.
Might be better off waiting till you get back for that.
No.
After being on them feet.
Oh no, son. These tootsies need some work. These toenails need some attention.
Get the grinder out.
I'm so old, I can't bend over and take care of them myself. You know what I'm saying?
I can see some little Vietnamese lady with the angle grinder going, "What's wrong with your feet?"
Oh, you already know, dude. The last time she went to clip one of them, I said, "Man, I said, girl, you might want to be a little careful." I said, "It might shoot across the room," and I swear to God, it did. It went pew.
Oh my God!
Look, I have no filter, right? I don't care.
Unfiltered, my God,
something like that. But yes, anyway, ready to go.
So haircut, feet's dead, pack, I guess. So sounds like a winner. I'm gonna do most of my packing tomorrow night. Of course, it's well documented that I overpack. We won't get into that again, but I've got a lot of stuff to take. Just don't forget the Keurig when you get your stuff ready tomorrow.
I've got a list, I've got a written list of like just the things that I know I could possibly maybe forget one little thing, right? We all have a list like that. Socks, underwear, shorts, shirts, the basics that you know. But then there's some of those little items that like a special little charging cable connector, or maybe your extra contacts, or it might be whatever, stuff like that. So I've got a list. So the Keurig is definitely right there. However, I got to tell you, it's the worst time for the descaler button to light up, because when I made this cup, literally it said descale. The light lit up, and I'm like, I really don't want to take the time to do that tonight. Vinegar,
right.
Water and vinegar, and holy shit.
Be all right. So I worked today. We'll talk about. We're obviously going to be talking about the fan stream today and the pre-orders. That's going to be the bulk of what we're talking about tonight. But so I went to work, completely forgot, even though I watched the fan stream nigh 2 hours earlier. I got up at work today and I was tired of sitting. I'm like, I'm going to go walk around. I got some inspections to do. And I got back to my office at like 12:08, right? Because it's 12 our time when the pre-orders go up. And I looked at my regular phone, my phone, because I don't carry it when I'm out walking around at work. And I looked at my phone, and Berserker's Brush had sent me a message, and he was like, well, X number of dollars later, and I got my order in, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, well, let's see. I doubt any of this is sold out. Maybe Armada. And of course, nothing had. I haven't checked to see if it has yet. But so we'll talk about what we ordered. Maybe we didn't order. And, here in a bit. And be a little JoeFest talk. I've got 2 videos we need to look at. One is for something we don't go over here a lot, but it is G.I. Joe related. And I know there's at least 2 people in the chat right now that are into stuff like that. And then I have made a Cobra News Now commercial for this weekend, and I'm going to play it. It's about 2 minutes long. I'm going to premiere it, I guess. And it's no interviews or nothing like that. It's just pictures and music. But if you are one of the people that has hung out with Fring Viper already, told you I'd be doing something with your pictures early, so get a look at some of those. Nice. So then we're gonna just chill, do a little talk about JoeFest, but mainly we want to get into these pre-orders and stuff we saw today, and we might take a little break in between, whatever. But right now, let's go ahead and say hi to the chat, because don't want to neglect all 13 of these folks that have come to watch us right now.
Would never do that. Absolutely.
Lots of Joe shows tonight. Everybody that talks about G.I. Joe's talking about it tonight. So
what are you going to do? Right.
Yeah. I mean, but you know what? It's Wednesday, baby. And Wednesday, we're always here.
And the people that are here absolutely love you. And, I know that people kind of bounce back and forth depending on the topic and everything. So feel free to bounce in and out, hang around, and add to the conversation. Of course, we love that when you guys do that, because it helps us add to the conversation.
So we'll go down the line here. We got Stanley Everhard Jr. the third here saying, nice historical reference photo. Thank Google Gemini, because while it is an old antique map of Augusta, obviously made a little tweaking to it. We'll look at it here in just a sec when we get to the slides. But I did this last year, the year before, different map. I just like those old maps. Let's see. You got Crusty Old Crow, who I cannot wait to see in just a couple of days. Yo-ho Joe and a bottle of rum. I might actually be bringing a bottle of rum.
Ooh, I got a bottle of Tito's already packed away. So
I did get some customary Buffalo Trace already too for the journey. So and of course some nice certain clear substance. Cooking with Eric is here. What's up, Eric Thurman? Saying Georgia on my mind.
That's right.
We got Joe Ara 42. What's going on, my man? Let's see. You got Frank Dumont is here. What's going on, Frank? How you doing? How you doing? G.I. Jetman, who is en route to JoeFest right now.
Got to get on the bus. Yeah, man.
Wheels on the bus go round and round. Get there. See if you can get everybody singing that.
Oh my gosh! And then take a video of it. That would be amazing.
Don't do that, though. They might roll your ass out at the next stop, Chet.
Oh hell no!
Wouldn't
Can't be having
that
shit?
You could get the bus to do that, though. So I hope you have a good trip. It's a very long trip for you to get down there. So I'm glad you're making the trip, man. Looking forward to seeing you. SCS Dog is here saying aloha all. See everyone in a few days. What's going on,
I
SCS?
can't wait for that also. Yeah, that's going to be awesome because there's some people that I have not met that, right? Or maybe you haven't, or maybe it was a couple of years ago or whatever, right? You haven't seen in a while. And so, yeah, I can't wait for that. SCS.
Yep, me too. Joe saying no docking.
No, sir.
Clint Jorgensen is here. JoeFest 2026. Can't wait. Someone else who we are going to make sure we meet up with Clint this year is going to be there Saturday and Sunday, he told me. So surely
Awesome.
we can't miss him all of 2 days.
This time, I need Clint to wear an identifiable item. Like, I
Yeah.
need, something. I don't chase
could-
him around for 2 hours.
Somewhere between here and there, see if you can get a sombrero, Clint.
Or maybe stop at a Bucky's and get a matching Bucky's full pajama set. That would be ideal.
Can't have everybody copying your style.
Well,
now.
no, that's true. That's true. I think it'd be fun actually if a bunch of us showed up in that.
Like a gang. Like the Dreadnoks that got kicked out.
Oh, worse.
Lone Dragon saying, I have come here to chew bubble ass and kick gum.
Two of my favorite things.
Bubble ass and can't go wrong. Paul Morales, what's up, Paul? How you doing?
So, Paul.
Let's see. Brandon R is here. What's happening, Brandon?
Boo.
610 Yo Joe Daddy's in the house saying JoeFest, JoeFest, JoeFest. Swear I'm not excited at all.
If you can't
Same.
tell,
Same.
that guy has a fantastic Southern accent, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, and I can't wait to match it 100%.
Yep. Looking forward to actually meeting him rather than just seeing him in passing.
Yeah. Yep.
War Chest Full of Toys saying live from Nashville, as Pop stated, War Chest is here camped up for today and tomorrow. When are you going to Augusta, War Chest? Are you going tomorrow or are you going Friday?
I
don't remember.
I can answer that for him, but he could probably type it for himself. But I talked to him a little while ago, a couple times. But I know he's one of the lucky ones. I say lucky ones that the people that are able to go down on Thursday and kind of get situated, and then that way Friday you're not worried about getting in and getting checked in and all that kind of stuff, right? It's would be nice to be able to do. But I'm not going to lie, that Thursday shift for me, it can be a very busy night, and it's just a nice boost to have, some extra cash to take with you. In my business anyway, it is kind of nice to be able to do that, and it doesn't hamper us too much since we're leaving an hour earlier this year to hopefully allow ourselves, because we left earlier last year and ended up getting there about the same time as the year before. Remember that?
Yeah,
we
really
work out.
We were earlier, but we weren't much earlier.
Right.
And they're opening earlier this year too. It's open 5. VIP opens at 5 instead of 6.
Okay. All right.
So because wasn't it VIP was only Friday night, or was Friday night always open to the public?
No. That's to my knowledge, the last 2 years that Friday night is VIP early night. You have to purchase that. That is a special deal if you want
Friday night access.
For Friday night access.
That's what I thought.
And that's the way it should be. It's not to sound crass, but that's the way that it should be. There should be a advantage. There should be a bonus for people who are able to do it. That you get a few hours, 3 hours or whatever it is, to get down on the showroom floor and maybe find some stuff before the whole crowd gets there. I think that's a nice bonus to do, and I think every con should do something of that ilk.
Yeah, I do too. We got Lone Dragon here saying Woody's leaving at 11 and driving all night, and he's picking you up, right? And that's still the plan. Woody's picking you up in the
That's
Dragon.
awesome, man.
So,
Yeah,
how would
it's
you like
awesome.
to be
Love
in
it.
that car on the way back down there?
Oh, I don't think I think the rest of the weekend I'd be ruined. I'd
Yeah,
absolutely be ruined.
get there and I'll be laying in the back on top of the luggage, drooling. So,
Yeah.
where we might have we got to Disney yet? Uh, Clint said he will have the Quick Kick shirt on and yellow Jordan 4s. Well, that ought to-
Okay. Rock and roll. There we go. Now I know.
And then
And knowing
Sunday,
it's half the battle.
that's right. Sunday, a General Lee hat. So, word.
Hell yes. Are you kidding me?
Crow
What
wanting
world
to
am I
know
living in?
if DFW does squirrel gangs planning for a stapling in 27. Are you going to DFW in 27? I didn't. That's new. Did you mean JoeFest and you're in the car with Woody?
That's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't mind making it down to DFW. To be honest with you, I'd love to meet up with Matthew. To be quite honest with you, that really would be my main focus. The con, whatever. Whatever. We'll get into it. I'll tell you guys my personal thoughts on how I feel about everything and all that. I don't think it's a letdown by any means, but I will let you know what I think about the weekend and kind of what I am looking out of it.
Word. War Chest saying, yep, heading down tomorrow. Almost went tonight. Yeah, Atlanta traffic. Exactly. So,
Yep.
terrible. Score 2, darn night creepers in stock on the Walmart site. Yeah, they've been going in and out of stock. They like the last several days, a lot of people have been able to get them. So that's cool. Being able to didn't ship today.
The last part of that comment, by the way, go ahead and kind of just reveal that
they didn't ship till today. I'm sure they'll be here tomorrow when I'm on the road.
And so that well, I guess our next segment probably will be, have you gotten anything? So I'll wait until then to comment on the last part of Lone Dragon's chat there.
Word. All right, let's see. Through the oh shit, me, Lone Dragon, Woody, Shane, and not sure who else going to be living together for a minute. Y'all ain't even going to make it to the show.
Wow. Oh my god! I mean, it's awesome, but it's just like, man, it's You ever heard the term clam bake?
Yeah, right. Let's see. Yeah,
That's
Savage. Awesome. I hope Seagram comes with him and Lady Virgo, but I don't think they're going.
Oh man, Lady Virgo. Oh man, yeah. She seems so much fun. To be honest with you, she really does.
She does. She's loud. She's loud, but she's fun.
Damn. And
yeah, she's fun, man.
So yeah, really nice.
All right. So let's move along here. Hope I didn't skip anybody. So if I did, I apologize. I think I got it. So let's real quick hit. Got any new toys?
Yes.
They are
yes,
gonna be nice.
Whee! One Dawn Moreno came in as I say in the mail. You guys know what I mean. What's up, Turk? So this order was part of an order with Hydro Viper and Airtight. Now, she showed up, but Airtight and Hydro Viper have not been shipped yet, even though the order is completed. And I'm waiting on information. I just looked at my Gmail. I just checked on Hasbro Pulse. They've been paid for. I got a notification, but they haven't been shipped yet, which is curious. So I expect DHL maybe, or maybe if they come together, then it might be a few days, whatever. Maybe we'll get back. I'm sure it's going to be after I get back. I don't think they're going to show up the next couple of days. So that's why I was saying about that comment earlier about they're going to show up when you're out of town, is I hope they don't show up when I'm out of town. But look, I like this figure. I have no affinity towards this figure from back in the day. I will say that. I've seen the reviews. I've seen people's reviews on this figure, and I mentioned this the other day. I mentioned it even a comment on your review. To me, Don Moreno is Don Moreno, just like Miles Morales is Miles Morales. I don't call Don Moreno Snake Eyes, and I don't call Miles Morales Spider-Man, if that makes sense. And so, a lot of the talk around this figure for some people has been like, she's not my Snake Eyes. And, well, that's understandable if she's not,
No.
because technically, realistically, she's not. And if you know the history of her and why she was, I say created, but you guys know what I'm talking about, with the memories and all that stuff. It's I don't consider this figure Snake Eyes in any shape, form, or fashion. I just don't, because there's only one Snake Eyes. I know there's multiple, but in my mind, in my head canon, there's only one. So, yeah, I like this figure. I think she looks great. I love the head sculpt with the mask on. I love the hair. I actually think this is a damn good looking figure. I really do, and I think anybody should have this figure, regardless if you have a connection to the character or not. I think it's a very good figure, but yeah, she's not Snake Eyes. She's Don Moreno, and in the comics, they even refer to her as such. So that's kind of where I am on that. I feel like the Don Moreno, Snake Eyes, and all that kind of back and forth is. I understand. I also feel
Silly.
like, yeah, it's kind of silly.
Silly.
And to be honest with you, look, I know some people watch my streams and videos maybe, when I put them out, and think, oh gosh, you hate female leads, you hate female characters, you don't like strong females, that you think they're Mary Sue's and all that stuff. Not every one of them, not all of them. I
Right.
like well written female characters. I appreciate. I love Lara Croft. Like, this is one of my favorite characters of all time. Let
It's
alone
funny. We're
female.
going to talk about her in a little while.
We will, and so I think, when done well, and if it's a good looking figure, and not in the sense of like a attractive figure, but just well done, and a character that I think is cool. But
She's a good addition
yeah,
to the
yeah,
ninja.
I don't
I like.
hate, all like,
It's kind of gimmicky, but it's okay.
it is
It's
to
fine.
me. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I do think this is a good looking figure, and I think it's worth owning. Um,
Yeah.
and and um, and honestly, and I was gonna say this, with GI Joe and with Classified, and I like the female figures. I like what they've done with the female figures. That cover girl figure with the sledgehammer, man, I think it's
Oh,
just
it's a
amazing.
good
The
figure.
the Valkyries, I think, are awesome. I have not gotten the female Crimson Guard, but most of the female figures they've done, I think, are fantastic. And too many Ninja Lone Dragon. I can't argue with that. That's been one of my things, is that I feel like mainstream media, I feel like the main
Like
normies,
a Judy chop.
right, that thinks of GI Joe, have been given this idea that GI Joe is about Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, that it's about ninjas, and it's so much more than that, and we know it's so much more than that. But for some reason, they always want to kind of keep putting it in that box. For some reason, they always want to kind of go back to that, and I just wish we'd get away from that idea that GI Joe is ninjas and Snake Eyes is the most important character in the line. I
Yeah.
just wish we'd break away from that. But it is
It's
what it is.
lies. It's
I get it.
lies.
It is a bunch of damn lies.
What's up, Todd C? How you doing tonight? Um, Todd says, I agree with this. Yeah, I'm with you. We need a thicker female, but yeah,
Yeah, it makes sense. It
yeah,
makes
they're
sense.
all like
About the
wiry.
same.
Yeah, they're all some are a little taller, some are a little shorter, but they're all like wiry. Like they're not all built that way. So anything
Right.
else? You get anything else?
No, I did not. I'm going to pick up issue number 23. It's not a new toy, but obviously, from the comic series, I'll be grabbing that one tomorrow before I go to work. So that's kind of my next little thing, but no. Don Moreno, I thought Airtight and Hydro Viper would maybe be here before I left, but I guess not. So it is what it
Um,
is.
23 is good. I like what they're doing with it. So I hope you have time to read it if you pick it up. I don't know if you will tomorrow or not, but it's pretty good. It's a good read. So I've had
Yeah.
Dawn for a couple days there, and good figure. I just keep her posed like this, like I had her in my one of the pictures I did where she was taking out both of the dire creepers. I just like that. Now I said in my review, I think her unmasked head sculpt looks like Olivia Munn.
Well,
That's not
I
a
tell you,
bad thing.
I'm okay with that.
It's not a bad thing at
20
all.
years ago or today,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
okay with
right
both of
now,
those things.
right damn now. So I got, so I did get her, and then today, of course, today when we're streaming, and then tomorrow I'm working and packing, I did get the Hydro Viper, and another
Yeah.
one I've really been waiting on is Sundown. I know he don't seem to be for everybody, but I really like this guy. So hadn't had I just literally sat down with him right before we went on, and I did open one though. I did open one figure. You're pretty familiar with Van Halen, right?
100%. Pretty
So
familiar.
Van Halen related. Are you familiar with the Sammy Hagar song "I Can't Drive 55"?
Absolutely.
Put
His
that
probably most
song
popular solo song.
solo. Yep. So keep the that song in your head, and don't laugh at my gun
Holy moly!
nipples. I did open up Overkill, and I do actually like this figure, man. Booty shorts or not,
There's some leather daddy action going on here. Um,
very interesting
Divisive,
figure.
shall we
Yeah,
say?
very
Divisive in
yeah.
the GI Joe community, so to speak.
So,
What I mean, and you told me before we went on, you showed him to me, and you were like, I do, I like him, and that's
actually
going to
like it.
lead us into another figure here in a
Oh
few
yes.
minutes. Okay, it's going to lead us into that. You guys know where we're going with that. Um, yeah, it just I just couldn't pull the trigger on it. I just couldn't. Um, that's pretty good.
That's good. We're
Yeah,
driving
that's
straight through ninja territory, going to zombie land.
right. But yeah, I just I couldn't do him with and then with the chest guns, right? The fembot guns, and I just couldn't do it, and but I can understand where we've talked so often about how they're able to take these figures and make them look cool, do cool things with them. I just felt like no matter what update you did for Overkill, is that it just wasn't a figure for
At
me.
least at least it didn't come with the giant talking battle commander backpack that you had to
Well,
take the figure apart to get off of, and
yeah,
it could
no
have been
doubt
worse.
about it. Yeah, right.
He, if they were, if they were, they was how to word that. They stuck as much to the original design and updated it and made it as cool as they possibly could, still looking like the original figure, which I never had. I didn't have it. Didn't really care for it then.
Nope, me neither.
So I like the weird stuff. I love bats. I love the cyborg stuff. We got Frag Viper, um, with Hydro Viper, the one we look two that we're going to look at today. I like that stuff, so I don't mind it as much. And I love bats, and I like the idea of a bat commander that is part human. So, but man, he's wacky looking. Cipher
It-
6-3,
There's a
what's
lot
up?
going on. Yeah,
There is a
Cipher,
lot
what's up?
going on.
Matthew Matson's in the chat as well.
What's up,
Um,
Matthew?
yeah, it's there's a lot going on. It's like Dark Lawn for me. There's just a whole bunch going on there, regardless of original or classified. Okay, there's a lot going on there, and It's a lot more than I really. Yeah, liquid. I I feel the same way, but I mean, in all honesty, it's just there's some figures and some looks that flip our switches for some reason or another, right? And sometimes they just don't, and it's just that Dark Lawn was that way for me, and Overkill is that way for me, and there's another one that we've seen recently that is that way for me. But Sundown, I can understand because I know Matthew was looking forward to that character.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people I
I
know that are
dig
looking forward to it
Sundown, man.
because it's different, it's new, right? It's not just taking what's old and making it new. It's actually adding something new, uh,
Yeah,
and sometimes that's a hit and it looks really cool backstory. Sometimes it looks like that might be a miss. You just I guess you don't know until you release it out into the wild and let everybody take a look at it. But it seems like Sundown is a
people seem to
character
be
that
liking him.
right and had if I felt like he would be really difficult to pick up, then
Yeah,
I feel like I would have made an effort to go ahead and jump on ordering him. But I just didn't feel like he's going to be that difficult to pick up down the line. Sometimes you are okay with that. Sometimes you totally misjudge that. Yeah.
not after that initial newness of him wears off. I don't think he will
Mm-hmm.
be. He's a mainline character. I think we're mostly past the point of any of these being super hard to get, even the
Yeah.
exclusives. Over by the time it's said and done. Speaking of that, don't forget to pack my other Ninja Forces Artan because
Yeah, I've
uh,
got the box. Actually, I have it set over by my luggage already. So, yep.
um, Crow's hoping to have Dawn Moreno and Sundown here before JoeFest. I'm sure they'll be there. I mean, if you wanted to buy one, like I'm sure Toy
Yeah.
Federation will
Oh
have this
yeah.
whole wave. So,
Not even
and
them. I mean, you'll probably see them at other
well, I
tables, right?
well, you remember last year, like right when we got down there,
Yeah.
that wave had just
Oh,
come
that's
out,
right.
and
Yes.
there were several people that had them, but they had the most of them for the best prices for
Yeah.
being brand new figures. So I'm sure plenty of people will have this wave down there, but
Right.
they probably will be the cheapest. So we'll see. And I didn't get airtight yet, so I forgot to order airtight from Pulse,
Really?
so he's not even in this wave, and I'm really looking forward to airtight. He's in my Walmart order, so I may actually pick him up at Joe Fest, and if he's not super expensive, and cancel him. I don't know, but we'll see. So I'm in for Sundown. I see what Liquid's got out there. Not a bad figure, bad character, and a different conversation. I like it because I like the lore with Headman. So um,
That's cool. No, I
I do
appreciate it.
like what they're
Chad,
doing
what's up?
there. What's up, Chad? For I don't blame you, Crow. I don't get my 15% off at Joe Fest. I don't blame you, dude. Real quickly, we'll go over what's shipping, which is this new wave. And I don't know if anybody noticed, but Pulse has moved Destro and the Despoiler back to August 15th.
Yep.
I noticed,
Yep.
which I thought was weird because BBTS shipped them, a week ago. Yep, approximately August 15th. So they've moved him up a month. Well, they've moved him up 6 weeks. That's 6 weeks. He was July 1st. I don't know why, and I don't expect that to actually take until August 15th. But if you got him ordered from Pulse and you got him ordered, or you can order him somewhere else, anywhere, with free shipping, Amazon, he's still July 1st. I think he's delivery on the 2nd. So, um, and then everybody else will be sending this wave out. Amazon's already starting to kick them out. So, um, just keep your eyes out on that stuff. If you got it ordered anywhere, Pulse sending them out now. We've been talking about. So, let's see what's in the comments here. Yeah, DEF brick to build on. Yeah, I don't have that ordered. I do want it, of course, now that it's way past it. Mephisto, the made to order, the
Okay.
Marvel Legend Mephisto.
Okay.
People are getting ship notices on him, like getting charged for him or the about to be charged. Make sure your address is right notice. So that is one I regret not ordering, but I didn't really have the extra money for him at the time, so I didn't. I will regret not getting that one though. He's really cool.
I mean,
So
I don't know. So it's bad timing sometimes. It is what it
oh
is.
yeah.
It just
Well,
happens.
right now, man, there's so much stuff getting ready to drop, and like I like the ramen stuff, and there's so much like the
I
kit
want
that
I want the kit. I do. I'm not gonna
the
lie.
early
I do
bird
want it.
ends
And it not
next week.
I know it's not normally my jam either. I do not. I have not gotten anything for ramen. I don't usually stray outside of the classified or GI Joe realm. Occasionally, I will see something. I picked up an Attack on Titan Eren Yeager figure. Back a minute, a while back. I think the figure looks cool, but it's actually a shitty figure because he can't hold his swords, which is the whole purpose of having an Eren Yeager figure. Um, and then some little other knickknacks. I've got some Fallout shit, but those are those little, rinky-dink things. No real
Yeah.
actual good figures. So I don't stray outside the classified ecosystem or GI Joe ecosystem too often, but yeah, it's something. It's something I could do. Uh, Something I could do for sure, and I do like
And
the
you
kit.
had the old one. You had the 2000 one with
Press
the
press the
yeah,
license
press the
plate,
plate.
and it
Yep.
says stuff. I had the Michael Knight figure, and I have fond memories of that because honestly, I did. I loved that car, as most of us did. Many of us did. Even something like the General Lee, right? They're just memorable cars. And so I'm very interested. And after watching the streams with Ace and coming on there and kind of discussing and talking about the different panels, and everything inside, and then obviously the conversion, I like that a lot. But again, yeah, it's not normally my jam. It's not something I'd get into. I don't stray outside, but that is something I do want to
And
own.
it
I do want to have it.
and it's in scale, so you can put one of your
Yeah.
Joes in there riding with Michael Knight.
Yep.
So
Yep. Right.
um, before we jump into today's Yojo June stuff, the GI Joe uh, game, the Operation Cobra tabletop game that has funded. We'll play the trailer for it. This was brought to my attention, and I know there's a few people in here that do tabletop gaming, and I knew about this and I thought it was cool. It's just not typically something that I don't play tabletop games. I don't have anybody to play
Yeah.
tabletop games
That's the
with.
big part of it,
uh,
right?
is my problem. But we're gonna look at this trailer real quick because this is getting ready to ship, and the rule book has come out for it. I think rule book you can download. We'll look at this real quick.
G.I. Joe fans, rejoice. This is the moment you have all been waiting for. They're the elite. They answer the call. They fight for freedom, always. And when all else fails, G.I. Joe Operation Cobra is there. A tactical game for 1 to 4 players. You've got a mission now. Major Blood and the Cobra troops are at it again. The Cobra operation is authorized. Set up the best team for the mission. Duke, Snake Eyes, Scarlet, and Roadblock. You've trained for this. Have you chosen your weapons? Defeat is not an option. Control your team solo or cooperate with friends against Cobra. Go get them, G.I. Joe. He's the Silent Death. Snake Eyes has just opened the security door. The game rules will determine the enemy's actions. Learn your character skills and become an expert. Major Blood has ambushed our team. Objective neutralized. In G.I. Joe Operation Cobra, no 2 missions are ever the same. Collect your rewards and gain access to new equipment and skills. Improve your character throughout the campaign or single missions. Infiltrate enemy lines, resist and keep your position. Do the impossible and make it look easy. Stop Cobra Commander from global domination. The battle has only just begun. Do you have what it takes to be a Joe? G.I. Joe Operation Cobra, now with expansions.
Well, 3-star disappeared.
There we go.
There he went. I was like, what the hell happened to you?
Man, when you play video and it boots you back out, it's annoying as
It
hell.
does. The only thing that I don't like about the marketing of that is that it's using the Operation, the game. Was it Operation Blackout? It's literally straight up. It just pulled that and stuck it on this. It's so weird to me that's like, okay, well, let's just pull that and put that. But whatever. Tabletop games as a kid were a lot of fun. If you were into those, if you had friends or multiple friends to play with, I used to love playing Axis and Allies and stuff like that with buddies of mine. But yeah, online, Brandon, kind of seems to be the way to go with stuff like that. But as Crow just said, painting the minifigs is like with that Warhammer 40K is, having the minifigs, painting the minis. Part of it. Right? And so that's part of that, having the sometimes having, obviously, depending on the game, having the dios or the game boards, and you have like actual terrain and you have stuff like that you can do. But yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, and maybe you back me up on this. As cool as I think it is, good luck trying to get a couple people or even another person to maybe try to get together with you and play. Because even if you go to your local comic shop, they're doing Magic. They're
Magic,
not doing,
One Piece, and
good luck, trying to get together a game,
Pokemon
somewhere, and it has maybe the room and stuff to do it.
I think if you got a group that you already play with and you got a couple Joe fans and you can get somebody else involved, I think it would be great. Now that you can play this game solo in the rule book, you can do it solo. I just kind of like the different aspect of something different in the line, like not the figures, not the little Jada like diecast small figures, just something different to branch it out into another avenue of the property. We've had tabletop games before. We had the ones when we were kids. One of the things I'm looking for at JoeFest is a complete version of that game, the Live the Adventure game that I had. Every time I find it, something's missing or the box is beat all to hell. I'd like to actually lay the board out somewhere.
That was fun, and I do remember playing that with you, and putting the character cards in the little stands and everything and all that.
It was great. AI online AI dungeon master to narrate the quests. Of course it's subscription based, because of course it fucking is. Yeah. Everything's got to be subscription based. I miss the days when you bought some shit and it was your shit. Well, computer program, you might have to re-up a licensing fee for an extra $10 a year, but other than that, man, like there wasn't none of the I'm so tired of subscriptions and everybody wanting money every month for something.
Not just subscriptions, but things being locked behind extra paywalls. I know the new GTA 6, there's an $80 version. And that's higher than what we've traditionally seen. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, if you want to have everything the game actually has for you, then you need to buy the $100 version, because there's multiple shops and things that you can't access if you don't have the $100 version. And then the physical media version doesn't come with a disc. It is a code inside of the box. So when you buy GTA 6 in November, it will have a code instead of a disc. And then you'll have to download the game rather than putting a disc into your player. And so good luck getting a used copy of GTA 6 down the road.
They can kiss my entire ass, and I'm not even interested in that game anymore. I don't care anymore.
No, I get it. Just a shame.
I don't,
even physical media, you don't even get the physical media when you buy the physical media part. It's like, okay.
Stupid. So, all right, we're going to give it just a little bit, and then we will get into the JoeFest. We'll do the Cobra News Now commercial, but we need to go ahead and get into the Yojo fan stream, the last battle of Yojo June. Let's talk about this. So the first thing I am going to pull up, though, is Stanley commented on it earlier, is our thumbnail for tonight. So didn't spend a ton of time on this one, but I did do a antique generated map of Augusta, and somewhere right around where the Cotton Exchange building is where the Marriott's at. So
because there's the Riverwalk, right? There's the so that makes sense.
It's right in there. So
no doubt.
I like old maps and old stuff like this. And I did one last year or the year before. I think it was last year. And I'm like, I'm going to do another one of those. And of course, kind of change our text on it there a little bit up in the corner. So there's our map. So I'm going to remove this banner, though. We all know what we're going to look at. So, all right. So we got this. Now, there was another, I almost said tweet, another Instagram post from BMAC that I swear for the life of me, I could not find it. Baldy had it, but I couldn't find it. So we saw this yesterday, Yojo June week 4, final week. It's all about product, 5 mainline pre-orders, go live at 1, blah, blah, 5 render reveals, 3 name-only reveals, and be sure to tune in, blah, blah. And then as we know that one of those was missing, and that was the next post-stream post that come out. So they're going to release that one tomorrow at 11, around 11, he said, was that other render. So I don't know if it's leaked yet. It's probably freaking leaked somewhere tonight. I hate these damn leaks, but anyway, moving on. So let's look at our first one we got to check out, and that is Toxo Viper. Now, you had this guy when we were kids. I didn't have him.
Yeah.
I liked him. I just never did pick him up for whatever reason.
Just a weird figure. That the helmet was always such a, just an odd kind of the style of it.
Looking like a mask helmet.
Yeah, and started getting into that kind of thing of like, how many different jobs can we have someone assigned to, right?
In Cobra.
Yeah. I do find the boots, that's interesting. I'm not sure what that's all about. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Maybe we'll get an explanation for it. I don't know.
I do like the I don't know if that's gas, if that's whatever coming out of the backpack and everything, whatever that is supposed to be. I do like the look of it. I did pre-order him. I do find it interesting, and it somewhat to me kind of just starts leading into what they've been doing with the Energon universe and some of the dire tech stuff, and with the red eyes or the glowing eyes kind of thing or whatever. But I did pre-order the Toxo Viper.
Yeah.
And I think I did, and tell me what you think. I think I did because it's something different.
Yeah.
There's something different about this figure, right? And so maybe that's why I was like, yeah, I like this. I wasn't a big fan back in the day of it, even though I had the figure. but there's something about
How
it.
did you get there?
Whoa, that I like, and I think it's just because it's different. Got some different accessories and different buck to it maybe, and maybe some reuse on the bottom.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
pants are
keep up with
definitely
all that shit.
reused. Trying to think whose pants they are. I quit keeping up with that a long time ago, but
The
when
boot
we
is
had it,
weird. The
the
boot is
boots,
weird. I don't
boots,
understand that. I mean, maybe that's just a mess up. I honestly don't know why you'd put this out if he was supposed to have blue on both boots. It's just strange. I
yeah.
don't know what it's
Uh,
for. I literally don't know what it's for.
so what do you think? Well, we'll say what's up to Derek Holloman here. What's
Yes.
going on, Derek? Um, what do you think about the colors? So they really kind of toned him down
This
for
is common,
yes.
right? This is common. They usually mute these guys. They've been muting these colors in classified forever since they started. I mean, for the most part, right? I mean, it's you know a lot of these figures were very bright. You can understand why back in the day they were to catch your attention, right? It's
Yeah.
marketing. Stand out when you're hanging something on a peg, right? This needs to stand out. But we've seen with classified, this is pretty consistent that they tend to tamp down, tone down the colors, and maybe try to make them more, I guess, real world, whatever that means. And instead of being so out there and so bright, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm assuming that you probably are in the same ballpark as that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Well, I like the weird, like I said earlier, the with the overkill, the oddball kind of. I love the zombie ish, like you know, kind of vibe, mole rats, all that stuff. And
sure.
this guy, even back in the day, I mean, they kind of hinted at this back in the day with the original figure. I mean, it's on the file card, the Leaky Soup Brigade,
Right.
where these guys were exposed to whatever shit they're going out and spraying around trying to get on the Joes. So I just like that they kept heading in that direction with the way that this guy come out. Why are these so all out of order? Um, and then Liquid Identities here saying I didn't pre-order anything mainline, not at
I
$28. I
I
feel you.
understand. I understand.
Sean
Absolutely.
Sean Jones is here now. What's going on? Like it. How's everyone tonight? Good, man. I do like these promo shots that they did with him. I know what happened. I saved the pictures from yesterday and I saved them as numbers and
Oh,
I
okay.
forgot to
Yeah,
take
yeah.
them
Just
out.
gotta. Yeah, it's fine. I like this picture, and I like this. I like this. I think that's cool. I think there's something to this. That's why I said I appreciate the fact that you've got something a little bit different like this. Um, so yeah, I think that's probably why I liked it. Um, it's different
Get some
enough
sleep,
anyway.
Jet Man.
Yeah, right. Yeah, get some sleep. You got a
We'll
ways
see
to
you,
go.
see you in a couple days, man. So I like this. I like this because, like I did with the V2 Stage 2 mole rat, I can kind of recreate this picture now.
Right. Yeah,
uh,
yeah, right.
so, uh, I'm down for that. I love what they did. I know when we saw that first picture of him, everybody was like, "Oh, why does he come with the flame blast effects? Like he doesn't shoot fire." And this is like
Right.
some gas, like this some
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
Smilex.
Yeah, I mean seriously. But what I do appreciate though with the suit and around the face at the head, where it's drawn tight and you've got those wrinkles in there, right? You've got the wrinkle lines from where you'd have the drawstring or
Yeah,
wherever that is, right? Where you'd have that tight
elastic.
around your face, right? Before you put your helmet on. So I appreciate that attention to detail there, and I like the hoses. I like the chest piece there with everything. So yeah, it's just different enough for me that I'm digging it personally, and so yeah, I
And
went ahead and pre-ordered.
and it looks like on this figure, the way that it's constructed, even with this bulky chest rig on, it looks like he might actually be able to move pretty well because the cut is here at the, it's pretty high up. And then whatever he's got for butterfly joints get curves in at the front up here. So I think he might actually be able to move better than a lot of these figures that have a lot of stuff on, strapped to them for chest pieces.
Right.
So yeah. I'm down for this dude. I think he looks great.
Yeah, cool fig, man. Digging it. No doubt.
Stanley waiting in the TSA line. You are on mute. We are on mute, I guess. So
some people, that's probably best.
Yeah. Oxo looks better without the helmet. Looks good. I ordered one, but I'll get to this guy eventually. So
I totally
there she is.
Yeah, there she is. What's up? What is up, lady? What's going on with you, man?
Bills. Two of my faves in one room. So good to see you, Lady Virgo.
I can almost see where people feel like the helmet gives him a duck-like quality.
Yeah.
And without the helmet, I can understand where people may very well display him like this. If you want to obviously have the gas coming out or the effects coming out, then that might be a different story. If you're using whatever head cannon that you're using, but or imagination, right? But the helmet does still, after all these years, look pretty weird and goofy. Yes, it does. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm not going to argue with anybody that says that.
Yeah, anybody that's like, it looks kind of stupid. You're right. It does kind of look stupid.
It does.
But I dig it. I dig it. I'm here for it.
But if they strayed too far away, from that original design, then people might have an issue and say, well, we would have liked for you to done more, closer to the original helmet, right?
Yeah.
Full face underneath, black breather piece.
No, he's talking about this piece.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I doubt that comes off, but because that's a big piece. It's gonna have a couple pretty big pegs to snap it in there. So I doubt it comes off. It'd be cool if that was like a little surprise and they found a way to make that work. I would be down for that, be able to see this guy's whole face, but I kind of doubt it.
And I don't think there's much to glean from being able to see his whole face. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I mean, okay, there's some lines there. Like if you look at the face, there's some lines. It looks like there's some issues, right, with breathing in or having some issues, right, with some toxic gas or material or whatever. So it looks like his face is kind of jacked up. What's up, Brian?
His lips, like maybe his lips are all funky
But other than that, there's probably not a lot to get from having the face exposed. And so for me, I don't think that's critical.
More mysterious.
For the figure. Yeah.
So there we go. So a couple shots on our Toxo here. I think that's the last one. And I am actually going to remove this one and go to the one that I did have up, which is our man Iceberg. And I'm going to pulse for this because I completely forgot to grab Iceberg's pictures when I was doing these, because I'm still not used to 5-figure waves. And for some reason, I did them after work.
So here's the question about this figure. And I want to hear what you have to say about it, because the only talk I could find is the color of the green on the figure. That's the only thing I could find that anybody really wanted to talk about with him. What do you think about that?
I do like it better with the brighter, the teal. I wish it was somewhere, because in the light they showed the figure in, it looked more gray, and I wish they had found a happy medium between what it come out as and what the original was, because the original was really, really bright with that teal.
Yes.
I wish they'd have been able to find somewhere in the middle, because it really did look more gray today, and it just didn't, like, he looks fine. The design looks fine. I like how he came out, because I love Iceberg.
Yeah, it's a good
Um,
fig.
Iceberg, and he's a great character. So I like they're doing these now, these little 3D
Yes.
um,
Yeah.
roll
Lazy
arounds.
Susan.
hmm
Yeah.
And see here, it's not as dull, but it really did on that stream today. So I wish it looked a little more like the original figure, and I hope that we don't wind up getting a retro card Iceberg, and the only difference is they throw the tail back in there.
Yeah, yeah. They will do a retro carded, I assume, and will also change the color. I think it's only natural. I do agree with Brandon on the snowboard, though. It is a thing. I don't know how I feel about the snowboard thing.
Well,
You
he's got
know,
3 more accessories than the original figure had,
well, that's
because
true.
they just gave him that white gun. That was
The
all
white
he
gun.
got.
That's
Yep.
it. So in that respect, it's not a big deal, right? Um, at least he gets something. Would you have rather have him had skis or
No,
snowshoes or something like that?
not the snowshoes. I hate the fucking snowshoes that they've done for these figures. I
Right.
hate them with a passion. The skis are not bad. I don't mind this snowboard. I don't mind him coming with something a little bit different.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with the snowboard. A lot of people were like, it's like, oh, it's like a OD green. So why is it OD green? So
Okay.
it seemed like it kind of matched the figure. Would it have made sense to be another color? Maybe, but would it really? I mean, if it was white and he falls off of it, if it's white and teal and he falls off of it and it keeps going,
True.
there goes your snowboard. It's not
Right.
like a surfboard with a
Right.
lanyard. So,
Now, also though, Brandon says something about putting jets on the back of it. I will say this: there is something to that that's kind of fun in that respect. Just I know it
put
sounds
acne on the
goofy.
side of them.
I know, right? It does sound kind of funny, but there is something to that that's kind of fun with that, right? Um, but if we're just kind of, I say realistically, or toning these guys down in colors and stuff like that, then the just snowboard works. Um,
Yeah.
I do like this guy. I do like this figure. I'll be honest. If I didn't have the Snowcat, then I probably wouldn't have really worried about getting him. I'm not even really worried about getting him. Honestly, at this point, I'm not gonna lie to you. When it comes to pre-ordering now, I
Mhm.
just don't know how much more I'm going to be doing of pre-ordering, unless
Yeah.
it is something
Same.
that really, honestly, is one of those things that's going to be kind of difficult to get. But as we've seen, even that's becoming easier and easier.
So I really liked Iceberg. I liked him in the cartoon. He was, he's a good character. I didn't pre-order him just for that reason. Like, he's gonna be gettable anywhere.
Oh,
Like, I
for
don't
sure.
feel like I need to order him 100% now. And yeah, I'm gonna wind up getting him, but maybe because I know he's going to be gettable, I hold on and I don't order him until right before he ships, because I don't want to stack that big old tall order up. The named characters are never hard to get. So,
Yeah,
especially the Joes.
no, you're
So
right.
it's not, I didn't order him because I didn't like him. It's because I know, like, if he's not in the first shipment when I get these figures, if I hadn't already ordered him, I will get him. But I ordered the 3 that I want as soon as they come out. And
Right.
much as I like Iceberg, I'll be able to get him anywhere. So I am gonna get him. I just didn't order him today.
Yeah. No, I totally
But
get it. And like I said, I'm pretty much about there when it comes to the pre-ordering. I'm about done with pre-orders.
yeah, I am, unless it's an exclusive or just something that
Yeah.
just that I've really been excited for, like one of the other figures we're going to look at today. Um, I can wait. Like I'm not going to stack up a $150-$200 order on figures,
Right.
and like I used to. It's just the prices have just gotten out of hand. And Cypher, 100%. He needed at least something to put on his back that he could snap that snowboard onto, or a scabbard or something, so he could carry it. That's the only thing I really dislike about this. Other than I do wish the color was brighter, but I do still like it. Is he needs
Yeah.
somewhere to carry that snowboard.
Yep, I agree. I also went back and looked at the 91 Snow Serpent with the little jets on the back of the snowboard too, and actually it's kind of cool. And so, it's purple. It's a purple snowboard.
Yeah, I
But
hate that snow serpent. I didn't have it, but
not a
man, I never
fan,
did like it.
but I get it, right? I totally get it as far as as the snowboard is concerned with the jets. That is kind of cool. I'm okay with that if they want to do this on this, but I do agree with being able to carry it on his back, because otherwise it is what it is, right? You're just gonna
Yup.
not use it, or he's gonna be on it, and that's how you're gonna display the figure. You probably don't want him carrying it, even though I know, or leaning up against it or whatever. It's probably not how you're gonna
Just
display the
carrying it
figure
like
when
a
it's done.
surfboard.
Right. So yeah.
And Derek says, I don't like 4 or more pre-orders hitting all at once. Well, I mean, you're always going to have
Yeah.
4 or now 5 with the wave.
I mean, luckily
So,
they
because
don't
they've gone to 5
all
figures.
generally charge at once. It's like it always seems to be that they split up and spread out a little bit. But ultimately, if that is a concern, Derek, right, then yeah, at this point, I don't think pre-ordering is necessary these days. Early on in
Not,
the line, sure. A couple years ago, sure. But at this point, I don't think it's really
yeah,
necessary anymore.
I don't either. And I like the design. Like they put the design on the back side of it. That's cool. That was
Yeah.
a neat little touch that they put in there.
Right.
Look, the North Star and the glacier, the iceberg, and the reflection there. I like that. I think that looks really cool. Like the Joe logo on the other
Right.
side. So I'm down for him. Like I said, I didn't order him, but I'm going to. I gotta have iceberg. So then we need, well, for me, like iceberg, and then V2 Stalker. Well, you got to think that's got to be right around the
I'm
corner.
honestly surprised he hasn't already been done.
I bet that's probably going to be, if they announce another wave next month
Right.
or another deluxe, because if they do the kayak, he'll be a deluxe, or even if they spice the kayak up and give us paddles and a nice removable gun on it, like I can see
Right.
that being a small vehicle set.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it'll be a deluxe figure. It'll be a deluxe,
At
just
least
because
at
with
least
the
the deluxe.
right.
Uh,
But I don't know if they'll do a much more than that with it. Just my guess.
he don't need much more than
Yeah.
that if they're going to do the kayak. So there he is. Rough Shot is in the house. What's
Yes.
going on, man?
Yeah. Okay.
What?
What?
And there's the back of the box. So that is our last one for Iceberg Slim.
Yep.
And let me get back to my slides here and get back in my order. All right, a lot of talk about this one. So our rugged Duke here. So been a whole lot of talk about this guy, Energon Duke, Resolute Duke. Turns out he's neither, but yet still
Right.
both. What do you think
Yeah.
about this Duke? I think he looks pretty good. What do you think?
I think he's fine. There's nothing here for me personally to be like, God, I've got to have this.
Gotta
Duke,
have
you
it.
know? No, it's we've gotten multiple Dukes. We've gotten special Duke, like in colors. We've gotten variant Duke, in the early days, right? We got okay,
I've got all
it's
the
fine.
Dukes I need.
Yeah, I honestly, I just don't need I don't need this. And honestly, I agree, Liquid. From a head sculpt, for me, it doesn't really do anything for me. I guess I appreciate.
It's Zach Morris.
Honestly, it is an adult Zach Morris. I would have preferred an adult Zach Galifianakis myself, but yeah. Look, I appreciate the what I'm trying to say here the holy moly, the vest. I don't know. Fuck. What the hell do you call that? With the damn,
making a Duke that does something other than it looks like he does something other than sit at a desk and read paperwork or something.
Sure.
Because,
right.
Even though he's a first sergeant,
right? Yeah. You have your magazine slots and everything, right? And but I don't know. I mean, I guess if people really do dig this guy and the beard and everything, but honestly, I don't know. Just like you said, I don't need a new Duke. I've got Duke, and he has a certain look. He's always had that look. There's not, to me, a lot different you can do with him. If we're gonna get an Energon Duke, how different is he gonna look from this?
Well,
right?
See, if they do that, I hope like with the digital render that was made of him with like the torn shirt and the bandage, the bandage that had a little blood seeping through it. Maybe they wouldn't do the blood, but I mean we have gotten it with Big Boa. So if they do that and it is a true Energon Universe Duke, and he'll also have like a scruffy shadow, that one I would be interested in, because that means they're going to make more Energon figures. So I don't hate this figure, and I might wind up getting it at some point, but I definitely didn't pre-order it today. What's up, Dave?
Yeah, Big Dave.
Triple D changed his name back again.
Yeah. I mean, whether you like him or not, I guess my question is, did you pre-order it? And if not, I'm guessing it's because you knew you'd be able to get him, right? Like, you didn't assume this guy would sell out in some shape, form, or fashion.
Right. I don't expect there to be a run on Rugged Duke.
Right.
Yeah, that as soon as I said that, I was like, they don't sit at the desk, but Duke, but that Duke looks like he does, like the Duke we've
tradition.
Always had. Yeah, I know first sergeants don't, but the Duke that we've always been accustomed to looks like he does.
And Brian, like, I'm with you on this. I think the issue is they still have like 18 months worth of stuff in the pipeline probably that they've got to get out. So when it comes to the Energon part, I have my own theories about what's going to happen with that part of the line possibly down the road. But I'm with you. I'm definitely with you as far as just give us the Energon, but I think it's going to be a little bit before we get there.
Yeah,
and I don't know. Yeah, and I think it's, I think there'll be some changes that.
I think they're probably in the works, but they're probably waiting on to see what's going to happen with the cartoon that Brandon says right here, the Kirkman cartoon that's in talks, supposedly in the works.
Yeah, I don't think it's a cartoon though. I don't think it has anything to do with the cartoon at all. I think the comic is popular enough, but
yeah,
I think it has to do with who's going to be actually producing these figures.
Okay. Could be. Thinking they're going to hire Boss Fight.
I think they're going to license the IP out and they're going to stop tooling.
That could be. That could be, man. They're trying to go to digital, so go fast track it while Energon is hot. Stanley made it through TSA.
Hey, yay. All right, rock and roll, baby. Yeah, no, I do like the Energon stuff. I do like the look of the figures but I think we just have a long way to go. Like, I think there's just so many of these figures that they have planned out. This stuff, it takes time, right? And you kind of equate it to trying to turn a cruise ship or a aircraft carrier, right? And so a lot of these
Oh,
things
no.
have been planned out in advance. They take a lot of time to get through. There's a lot of moving components. And I think that ultimately, at the end of the day, it's just that they've got stuff and they're going to be releasing that out and out and out, right? And then after that, we'll see what they decide to do. But I don't know, man. I think there's a reason those guys are all back together again.
Could be.
Just I don't know. It's interesting.
Could
But
be.
I
We'll
know
see.
that's not original thought. Okay, just so anybody think that's
Yeah.
not my original thought. That's from some other people that I have talked to.
And Eric saying I like this version of Duke. I do too. I just don't need it right or need it immediately anyway. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so all right, moving on. So this is the one that I've really been looking forward to is Mistress Armada. This is a good looking figure, man. I dig this so much what they've done with this figure. I figured when they made her, they would make her an Iron Grenadier. It just makes sense to a lot of people might not know who she is, so just go ahead and put her with Destro. And people are saying, well, we don't have an Alexander McCullen, Destro's son, that kind of brought her in. Well, we've got 4 versions of Destro now, so make one of those Alexander. You can make Pimp Daddy Destro Alexander, and it would fit with the colors here.
Yeah, but if you like Iron Grenadiers, then this is where they're going with it.
Perfect.
Right? This is definitely where they're going with it. And Sabir is in the house.
Sabir.
The his eye. What's up, man?
I started on getting them packed.
Pretty much about done with the outfits anyway. Nothing too crazy for me, but I do have a new Father's Day shirt that my son got me that I can't wait to bust out because it is definitely off the wall. So I like what they're doing with the Iron Grenadiers as far as the color scheme and everything, right? Obviously, it's been that, right? But they making little tweaks here and there. So this figure fits. I do like this figure. I don't have any affinity towards this character, to be quite honest with you. But at the same time, I do like the sculpt, the head sculpt. I do like the fact. Look, fellas.
Got some other sculpting in there.
Let's give some applause here, right?
Yeah.
Let's give some applause to the fact that they didn't cover her up completely and that there was a dedicated choice for the chest part of this figure. Whatever you think about it or not, I appreciate the fact that they went there.
I'll tell you what I think about it.
The celebration method. Show telemetry tennis.
Exactly.
And they did.
Seriously. This is I think this is I'm cool with it. I know there's other people out there that have a big problem with customizers putting big boobs on their figures, and there's people that, really have serious issues with that. But I think personally that's okay. And I think that, in this situation, I applaud Hasbro for letting the creative team make this design and putting it into production. And it's not a choice we've seen often. Really, think about it.
Not with this line.
It is not something we've seen often.
Not uncovered. The sculpting has been there a little bit, but
sure.
not uncovered.
But honestly, yeah, I applaud them for allowing this through, regardless of practicality and all that kind of stuff. I appreciate the fact that they were like, hey, yeah, this is pretty wild. This is pretty cool. And let's roll with it. So I appreciate that.
Starfighter here saying the Sooners won the national championship in baseball on Monday. Love their views, 3-star, and I really love Pop Blender's rant the other day. Not to get political, but I agree with everything you said. Well, thank you, Starfighter.
Yes, thank you. Absolutely. Thank you, Starfighter. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta love that.
War Chest is back saying boobs. I do not give them 2 thumbs down. I didn't play the rest of it.
Yeah,
Not in
exactly.
Hasbro's world,
And
Brandon.
I knew you weren't gonna play the rest of it either, because then it would make sense with what we were talking
Yeah,
about. But
yeah.
yeah, no, and I agree, Brandon. They do exist on many women. What's Sabir saying here?
She looks harder in the actual production image versus the 3D render, but it's a good put together figure. Like the overall look for the Lady Armada. Yeah, so there I saw some people saying that the render like was a lot. I mean he hits it like it was softer, like the look was softer, like she wasn't um she was a little lighter in the render, but
Okay.
her expression and her face like wasn't as stern. So he
Ah,
said she looks
okay.
harder, like hardcore, like
Yeah,
she's about to put that sword somewhere the sun don't shine.
right.
And I agree. I liked the render. I was happy with the render, but seeing the figure, like she means business. I'm down for it.
And I'll be honest, I can't quite remember that render, in all honesty, to be able to give my opinion on that. So I'll take you guys, you guys' word on that. Um, yeah,
Probably.
I don't know. I dig it. I did talk to a couple people earlier that are not real crazy about this figure. Um, and I get it, right? I mean, we just all kind of have our own thing. As War Chest says here, right? Bold decision, confident choice.
Yeah.
Design and figure sculpting, right? Collectors will look back at YoJo June 2026 as a new standard was set for female action figures. Giggity. I do. Okay, so now I see what you guys are talking about. Yeah, okay, but again, they're renders, right? They're
Yeah.
renders, and
A
usually
little
they have the
different.
tagline that final product may vary or whatever. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm good. I do like it, and I did pre-order her. Again, probably there's no reason I needed to, but it's just out of habit these days, right? Still.
Well, she was. I mean, she was the one that I was really, really looking forward to.
Okay.
So I knew she was coming like months ago. I was somebody let me in on that she was coming. I was really happy. I was like, oh man, I'm so glad to hear that. So knowing that she was gonna be announced, well, I'm
Right.
like, man, I hope they don't screw her up. I hope she looks good. I hope they make her an Iron Grenadier, and they did. Got her here leading a bunch of IG bats, so that's a cool scene. Need a couple Grenadiers thrown in there with it, I think, but that's a badass looking uh, uh,
I'm
that picture there. I'll spit it out in a
I'm
minute.
not I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I I wish they would have given her one of like a cape, but one of the ones that's just clasped on like one side that hangs
Yeah,
down.
like a Twilight Guard
You know what I'm
cape.
talking about? Yes, like
I think
that. I
Destro's
think
is that way. Uh,
would have been. I would have dug, and maybe even just a shorter one, a short one, right? A cape on her. I think that would be super cool. I also agree with Liquid as far as more like tan, Liberian, Persian, dark skins. Like I'm
yeah.
so okay with that. Mochaccino Armada, yeah, Mochaccino Armada, yeah. I'm all about that life. Yeah, I'm
Give me a
all about
Vente,
that life. Hmm.
a badass picture. Yes, it's
Now,
badass.
Cypher has a problem with the gold weapons. I think that's something that I've seen, like those bats, for instance, the bling bling we joked about when they
Hmm.
first got revealed. Uh, you know, eh, the money and that kind of thing. Yeah, I can see where people are kind of like, okay, what? Like, what are we doing here? But yes, yes, I agree, War Chest. She could use the cape on me anytime. Um, I don't know. It's fun.
That looks
It's just
cool.
fun, and it's the mask and everything. Look, I'm not all big on the mask stuff, but I think obviously with Destro and McCullen
I like that
family and
they're
everything, maybe it's a
I
nod to
like that
them.
they're continuing it for
Right.
the main characters, the name characters, Darklon, Destro, her. I like that they're keeping up with it, but that just means they have to keep keeping up with it. Voltar is going to have a mask. If we get General Mayhem, fingers crossed, he's going to have a mask. So that's the only thing is we keep talking about the stuff getting costed out and the cool stuff that they make. Like that's what I worry about is that we get more named grenadiers and they wind up not being able to do the masks because now they've kind of got us hooked on the masks.
Right.
So that's one thing I kind of worry about. As far as the gold, I'm not crazy about the color of the gold, and I like it. It looks kind of cheap on some of the stuff, like the accessories. Like I don't have the new Destro, but from the reviews that I've watched, Crows, Punks, I've watched a few. Like the weapons just kind of look chintzy when they're done in that gold plastic. But I like the idea of them having gold because if anybody would, the Iron Grenadiers would just be throwing gold at everything.
I mean, it just makes sense. Unfortunately, I guess depending on whether you're able to paint, whether you're using the colored plastic, like I don't know that process. Okay, I mean I'm not gonna lie. So
yeah,
but obviously for those that have the ability to paint their own stuff, I'd say it's rather easy since you don't have to be that intricate with it.
We both did, Joe.
Joe, you goofball.
Pops probably still has that Gene Simmons mask somewhere.
Oh gosh, man. Oh my god.
The same
Gene
one
Simmons
from Happy
mask.
Gilmore.
Yep. That with the little hair on the tufts on it, and we stuck it on my mom's face one time, and it's a funny picture. Yeah, that mask was quite amazing.
I love it. I love it. Love it. So I can't. I'm
Voltar's
really
coming,
stoked.
obviously.
But yeah, I expect now that we've got her ordered, maybe not the next wave, but the next. I expect Voltar.
I mean, just looking at this picture, I'm sorry, man. I just appreciate what they've done here. Just because this chick has it's like a corset though.
Yeah. It's like a battle corset.
And it's like, fuck yes, let's go.
And when we first see her, and I think Devil's Due 1, if Matthew's here, I know he'll know.
Okay.
I think it's Devil's Due 1 that we first see her. Mm-hmm. Like, this is kind of how she was. She was kind of as she was a groupie for Cobra Commander, but she was really sent by Destro, who was Alexander McCullen, Destro's son, to like get in tight with Cobra Commander and kind of infiltrate and get close to her. She's wearing something kind of similar. So yeah, she's good, man. I'm down for her. Brandon likes it. Todd says they could have given her a whip.
I agree. Get on with it. And War Chest right on the fucking I would take a Mugatu figure. Oh my god.
Fucking Zoolander.
Freaking awesome. But see, we got a whip already, so just put it in your hand. It's not gold, but there you go.
Just got one with Dr. Dino.
I'd buy that for $1.
Exactly.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm gonna let you talk about our next one, Pop, because this was your favorite character from today.
Yes. Absolutely 100%. I think this is just fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry. I can't. Again, I'll say it. I appreciate anybody that is like, hey, this is wild. This is crazy. This is different. This is I don't know what's happening here. Like, I would love to hear the story, honestly, true story behind this figure. But like, I messaged you today. I texted you earlier today, and I said, maybe that hand with the eyeball can do a do a prostate exam for you. You know what I'm saying? And you were like, gaze into my brown eye. I mean, it's just, I'm like, what are we fucking doing here? Is this, and I know people say, G.I. Joe, use your imagination. I'm like, yeah, no, I mean, you know, I do, I have, but as Liquid says, like, I don't know what's happening. Like, I just don't. It's wild enough people can, you know, dig it, fine. But, like, I just can't. I don't know what the fuck this is. Honestly, don't know what this is.
I don't know what to make of this figure. I've said
wild.
No less than 3 times on this very stream tonight. You know, I like the weird shit and the wacky shit. I mean, I just showed you guys Overkill and said that I really like this Overkill figure in hand. Right. But when I saw this last night when it leaked, and I'm like, I need to hear more. And today I saw it and I heard more.
Right.
And I'm still thinking, what? So
is that
you're not a fan?
Are we getting into the G.I. Joe Extreme? Is that where we're going with some new stuff? I mean, is that what we're at already? Like, I don't.
A strong hand.
I don't know, man. This is a little too much for me.
See, I was thinking Pan's Labyrinth, Clint.
This is very cyberpunk-ish. I mean, look, from an accessory standpoint, you know, with the wire and the whatever that is, shooting out, and then you've got the hand, which is very strange, and also I don't fully understand what that even is. You know, is this a Cobra Law thing? Does this tie into, like, I just don't.
So they explained in the stream. You said you didn't watch the
I did not. So if you guys can enlighten me, please enlighten me on what they said about this figure, please.
And so they also, and I don't know if it's come out, I looked for it earlier and I didn't see it. BMAC did say that they were putting the file card out for him today.
Okay.
And I did not see it when I looked before we went on. Liquid saying real quick, the important things, how's that torso get reused? Because everybody's saying headman overlay possibly.
Okay.
So this guy is a technomancer. So what I like about Crystal Ball and the dire technology is, depending on how you think, how you play, your head canon, whatever, that dire technology can be either or both things. It can either be technology and it's projecting, and maybe he's got some kind of scarecrow gas that gets into people's heads, or because Crystal Ball is a mystic, maybe it is actually supernatural. It could be either or a little bit of both, depending on what you think. This guy in the stream, they called him a technomancer, and he can raise fallen soldiers from the dead. He practices whatever, magic, whatever, and he is enhanced with all this cybernetic shit. And between the combination of him literally being able to use that and technology, he raises soldiers from the dead. He is from Darklonia, and he has a vendetta against Destro, and by default, Darklon and the Iron Grenadiers. So this is setting up another possible faction under this guy to go against Destro and the Iron Grenadiers. So I don't know if the actual full file card has come out yet or not.
Okay.
If anybody said it in the chat,
there's
but
a lot of information in the chat.
That's what they said. So
right, yeah, there's a lot here. A lot of people kind of adding, adding context. Enemy of Destro, Grenadiers, native cloning out for revenge. Yeah, yes. Let's see, out revenge. Armada spied on him. Synapse got his figures. He wants revenge and join Cobra. No matter how they spin it, he's ass. That's a good one too.
Watch yourself, War Chest. You are talking to somebody wearing a Purple Rain shirt on the stream. So
that's true. That's true. I haven't come out. I've only come in. Okay, so look, the I don't know. I mean, look, there's stuff that flips switches. There's stuff that maybe does it. I also am kind of with Liquid that Mortal Kombat, Cyberpunk, Hellraiser, World War II, zombies, like so many ideas just all kind of together, all put out it. And maybe that was the idea, was like, let's just take all this stuff, let's just throw it all together and see what we can come up with. It just, man, I don't know. Hey, whatever, right? People obviously are going to pre-order. People are obviously going to buy it. We'll see how much. I just wonder what the general discourse is maybe about this figure overall, right? Not just within this stream, but just overall joining several different streams and seeing what people think about and discuss about it, and what, other streams with other people that maybe are not here in this chat, what they think about it as well.
This is a very polarizing.
I think so. More so, I think more than Overkill. I think this is very polarizing, and there's a reason why, right? Because Overkill has already been made, right? Darklon has been around. There's other figures that have been around, but this is, Axel Soma. I don't know if that's a nod to anything.
That's his name,
right? So, okay.
Matthew
Axel
just
Soma
sent
was
me
a
this, by the
Darklonian oligarch from a storied family who pioneered cybernetic technology paired with weapons development, wealth and prestige. Came under scrutiny as Destro and Darklon coordinated their power in preparation for their invasion of neighboring European countries. He had a diminished role. He secretly supplied resistance with arms. Mistress Armada spies, however, uncovered his disloyalty. Well, that shit kind of happens.
Fuck around and find out, Axel.
Violent assault, right? It's not Axel Foley, because I do like him. Left for dead alongside his family out of the rubble, and vowed for revenge on Destro and all of his subordinates, essentially resurrecting himself. Now, that's very difficult to do when you're dead, but I guess it can be done. Pulled himself out of the rubble, vowed revenge. Okay, he's allied with Cobra Commander. So, look, it's an idea, right? It's an idea. It's something that, yes, it's out there, necromancy and bringing the dead back to life. If you like Game of Thrones, then you kind of know a little bit about that, and obviously other properties. I'm sure Conan has stuff like that. I'm sure there's...
something near and dear to your heart. What's up, Jeremy Kimberlin tells us, anyone watched Fallout on Amazon, the little chips in the spine is what this guy does, and he can control even corpses with it.
Yeah, that's an idea in Fallout I actually hated, to be quite honest with you. But just for that story, but I get it. I totally get it. And like I said, if people dig it, then now reuse.
He's all new other than his legs.
I was gonna say, man. I don't. The arms. The head sculpt, obviously, different, but the upper torso. And Viper Scout, or Necromancer, but I guess Technomancer is also Necromancer, sure. I just like the part where he actually literally resurrected himself. That's quite a feat. Quite a feat for one to accomplish. But whatever. It is what it is. I personally don't like it, and that's just me. But if you do, then fantastic.
I will say, like in the weirdo characters, and if you've got, even if you discount Cobra Law, and in G.I. Joe, we have a man made of DNA that wears a gold fucking snake costume. And we have robot soldiers that can be dropped out of a plane onto a battlefield and still attack. And we have a submarine that flies. This, you can make this work. I'm sorry.
Yeah. For me, for me, it's not necessarily about like whatever canon,
You just
whatever.
make it silly.
The craziness.
It's a
I just
silly
think the
idea.
figure looks dumb. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just how I feel about it.
I got you.
The history and everything, fine. I don't give a shit. But as far as the look of it, I just don't think it looks very good. But again, that's one of those things, right? Like, everybody kind of has their own it's the stuff that they dig. But I'm with Matthew. I think he this is like Johnny Silverhand
It's
from
like
Cyberpunk.
he should be in Guar.
Right? It's just, but yeah. Hey, more power to you, people. People dig it. That's
We have
fantastic.
A Birdman, 2 different versions of Mole Rat.
Yeah, right. No doubt about it.
This motherfucker barely made it out of the canyon at the end of Raiders. So I did order 3 figures today, and this was the 3rd.
Yeah.
I am intrigued. The jury is still out, but I just think it looks. I mean, the color choice is a little odd, but maybe now knowing that he was an oligarch, that explains the fancy coat and
Right.
the gold accents, the pimp ass chain. Little more about him makes a little more sense. So
Yeah.
I'm giving this dude a shot. I love the T800, as was said
Right.
earlier. That looks like that was originally might have been part of Frag Viper's head, maybe.
Okay.
Same type of technology on it.
Right.
So I did order this guy. I am intrigued by this guy. Every time we show something. So yes, paint apps. This fucker got more paint apps than any other figure in the wave. He and Armada is where the money was spent in this wave for sure.
Clint, that's funny. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. That's for sure. I mean, it's created some, definitely created some conversation. I mean, no doubt about it.
We've got a couple more to look at because we do have some renders and name stuff. Before we do that, I do have a commercial that I want to play real quick, and you can bring us back on stage, right? If it does that again. All right, I'm going to play this commercial, and I am going to run to the restroom, and if it kicks us off screen when this plays, I'll let you bring us back. I don't think it will because I've got it in StreamYard, but just in case. So we got NJ, Eddie, and Cooter's Garage, New Jersey. What's going on, you guys? And he says, yeah, other than that, I agree. He looks dumb. So who all is going to JoeFest and going to see us down there in a couple days? You guys know over here, I've got the Cobra News now. I like to do my skits and my silly voices and stuff. These guys are going to be with me at JoeFest. So I'm going to mute me, kill my camera, and play this, and I will be right back. Pop, if I'm not back when it ends, take it away.
Oh, you're fine. And
Good evening, and welcome to tonight's Cobra News Now, with Cobra's social media coordinator, Tuco Bunch. Cobra News Now will return after these messages.
And there you have it. No,
Dude, it automatically came back.
I put it in
magic.
StreamYard, so it's what $45 a month gets you. So,
Right?
what's up,
Yeah.
Mr. Wonderful? How you doing?
45. I pay 50. No, I don't know. Whatever.
Probably is now. I haven't checked.
Oh yeah.
But so anyway, my silly Cobra news now. I will have all of those guys at JoeFest if anybody wants to actually see the figures, especially Tuco and Fring that are making their way around. So those pictures of Fring Viper are people that have had Fring so far, and that is some of their pictures altered in some way or another ones. So they'll be there if anybody cares. If not, that's cool too. But I'll have them at Club Talkin on Sunday at the pool. They'll be hanging at the pool with us. Anybody back Rise of the Nexus? I did not. They look cool, but I just haven't backed a lot of stuff. They're going to be there, right? They're going to be at JoeFest.
You got me. What is that?
I don't know the lore. It's another 6-inch line that's coming out that's been on Kickstarter.
Really interesting. Is it a military line? Is it
It's like they're like sci-fi, I believe, like the kind of military, kind of like the acid rain stuff, I believe.
okay?
Are they 375? Then I got stuff.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You
I'll
know
check.
what? Actually, I'll take a look real quick. Just
He said, "How are they all going to fit in the car?"
it might be difficult. How are we going to all fit in the car together? Damn it.
I didn't even go through all the pictures of Synapse. Oh well, we've said enough about him.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's probably gotten their fill, right? Or at least as far as like those, those reveals anyway.
More Joe than Acid Rain, he says.
Okay. Yes, I'm seeing it right here. O-Ring, back on Kickstarter. Okay. All right, I got an idea here.
I remember when the campaign and everything last year. I remember when it was going on. I'll look for them. I like looking at all the independent stuff there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's always fun. I mean, at least seeing what people have brought, right? And new stuff that's coming out, right? I mean, especially when you get to see the stuff in person.
Yeah. I can't wait to see some of the stuff that Ace is bringing.
No doubt about it.
I didn't even show the better photos, if there are such a thing, for that guy. Yeah.
I mean,
sorry.
It's yeah. I mean, I think for the most part, it's we got a pretty good idea what he's looking like, but yeah. I will commend their photography team because they are good, and whether when it comes to whether renders, but when they do their photography in particular, I do think they do a good job.
Let's look at these. They do a great job.
Yeah.
Let's look at these renders and name onlys that we got. What do you say? So here's the big one, I think, for these. Well, maybe the second biggest one for these. I think this is a great crossover. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it's fine. It fits. I mean, I do like this better than like a Ninja Turtle crossover or something like that, personally. So in that respect, like I'm good with this. I mean, it's kind of classic look with the classic colors, and the tank top, the shorts.
Twin
pistols. I mean, it works for me, definitely. Yeah. And I am a Lara Croft fan going way back to the original days. I'd like to get back to kind of that late 90s, mid-late 90s kind of ideal about it. Not just in looks, but just in the character, and how she is and how she acts and all that kind of stuff. But as far as a figure is concerned, I do like this. and that's the thing, right? And right, Eddie.
They gave us Armada. They can't do it twice.
It's like,
That was our
what
one.
do you do with that, right? I mean, do they make an entirely new top? I mean, how does that work, right? I mean, I would not have expected Armada, and I'm glad that we got that look. I don't know. I would not have expected anything more than this, to be quite honest with you, with this Lara Croft figure. Just my opinion.
When we heard
A lot
that
of
this
accessories. I agree.
was,
Eric.
this will be a deluxe. I mean, it's going to
Too
be a
many.
deluxe, I'm sure. When we heard that this was coming out, this is what I hoped we would get, is something, very similar to this.
Right.
She's got her Joe walkie up there. I like the long braided ponytail. She got her twin pistols, probably 45s, whatever. It's what they look like. She is coming with something that I said just recently that I wish they would make in classified, and that's a traditional longbow. I'm glad to see this with this figure. It fits the character, obviously, but
Well, and it's a more recent addition from the video games.
yeah,
I mean, this was not, even the climbing, climbing axes or whatever the fuck you call them. Even with those things like that was kind of more recent additions in the last several years. But but I'm with you on the bow. Like I dig that. I'm definitely cool with that. But let's see. Yeah, Maker, Tomb Raider, or Joe, Spearhead.
I mean she's easily workable into GI Joe.
Yeah.
So I mean she fits.
I mean, and realistically, man, it's a Tomb Raider figure. That's totally fine. Like I found I don't necessarily need a yeah, right, Clint, that's pretty good. But not, you don't have to have her as a Joe necessarily. Right? But I'm fine with her just being who she is.
And if I was going to buy, if I was out to buy a Tomb Raider figure, I would want classified-esque articulation with it. So I'll get this. I'm not even that big of a Tomb Raider fan. I was never a huge fan of the game. I played it, but I wasn't like a diehard Tomb Raider fan. But I will get this. I think it looks good.
Yeah,
Canon Barbie with action, man.
I mean, it's like I typed in the chat. I agree as far as like all the chesticle comments. I think it's funny, but it's what a lot of people remember, right? From that time period. It just is. It kind of is part and parcel with Lara Croft, and so I don't think it's horrible for anybody to
maybe
say,
there's
hey, I would have liked for the to be more like that original character. I get it.
Maybe there's a Chase topless version, like the cheat code that supposedly existed.
Oh yes, right. No kidding.
Yeah, it probably will be, Matthew.
I did
be.
I did love those games. I'm not gonna lie. I did love those games, but yeah, $42. I mean, she is totally kitted out. I think it's way too much as well. Like somebody said, I think it's way too much. I think
we need that much
the dual pistols. I'm fine with the bow, I guess, but I don't know that we needed all of this other stuff.
I do like she comes with the little dagger down there, a little artifact looking dagger.
Yeah.
Now, was that from one of the games?
From the first game.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Because that's cool if it is. I mean, if it's not, that's okay. But that looks kind of ornate to just be carrying around. Like she'd have a K bar or something. So
right.
I think that looks good. Shark Pyramid. Why are they round?
It's so funny because that was such a big deal.
Oh my God!
It's
all anybody talked about.
But also too, back in the day of all, like, how many people had a problem with Grand Theft Auto when it came out, right? Especially when they went to 3D, and it was just like, oh my God, it was all on the news. It was just everywhere. It's like, oh my God, how dare we? How could this possibly? and yet, you know, Lara Croft was on the cover of magazines and, like, you know, doing magazine spreads. I mean, it was a character. It wasn't even a real person. You know what I mean? And, like,
She
just
was AI before we had
everywhere.
AI models.
Right. I mean, just
Yeah.
everywhere. And yet, you know, eventually they came for her too, right? It just took several years, but eventually they came for Laura too.
Yeah, they got her.
Yeah, but there's a lot of reminiscing about those original games now, and so yeah.
And Kimberlin saying there's no way this is $28, so it's 42. Hasbro has no price point in between now, so that's what I was thinking too.
That sucks, man.
Jeremy,
right?
No, that bow's awesome. Not just for her, but if we ever get another version of Spirit or another Storm Shadow, anybody, like, I love that bow. I'm tired of these compound bows that they can't get right in classified.
Right, the same one. And again,
They're,
I mean, this
they're
being
ass.
This being a crossover, I don't necessarily need the whole, you know, she's a member of G.I. Joe or that she's got to be, you know, it's like just the figure alone. I'm totally fine with.
What's up, HK?
You know.
I don't know if they did a file card for her come out yet. Probably not, because it's just a render. But I'm curious to see what they'll do with the file card for her. Like, I mean, easily workable into Joe. Like, she could be a guide, or, you know, she gets duped into finding something for Cobra, and
right,
you know, she's got to fight her way out and links up with Joe. Well, who knows? But they could easily do that. Let's see. Who else had a longbow? I guess the first Storm Shadow had one. Did he have a longbow? And then the second one came with the compound? I don't fucking know. All right, next one.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Yay! Finally, Flash. Everybody can rejoice.
Yep.
It's not does not have the super bright Super 7 hair that the Super 7 reactions got. So what do you think about Flash? I mean, is there much to say about Flash?
There's not, right? I mean, there's not a ton. Looks good. I mean, it's yeah, it's really not. He shouldn't come with a lot of stuff. He should, you know, this figure should be pretty true. And you know, Eric says he's mad about this. I have a feeling I can guess why. But Eric, why are you mad about this figure?
Why are you mad about Flash? You're finally getting him.
Right? And not to say, you know, why are you mad about him? You're dumb. It's nothing like that, right? Nothing like that at all. I'm just curious because I'd like to know. Yeah, as Warchest says, sucks he didn't come with a jetpack and a launch pad. Save your flag.
That's Grand Slam.
That's
That's
right.
Silver Grand Slam.
Exactly right.
Which I would
released Grand Slam first. Okay.
I would have rather had that first, even though I don't really need the jump pack. I like Silver Grand Slam better. I get why they did it.
Right.
But yeah, the savior of the universe. He looks about okay. He's mad because they released Grand Slam first. Yeah. I mean, this looks like I expected him to look. I liked Flash. I'll get this one. I'm not even really all that worried about the OG 13. I'm not really one of those. But I think he's a good looking figure. He was one of my favorite of the original characters. Looking at the comments.
I mean, yeah, he's there. And again, for me, there's not a ton else to really bring into it. I mean, the silver is fine. I'm not someone who is just super particular on that, or that it's something that's just critical for me. But again, I do understand why people are, and why they would be, either upset or they want. I mean, I assume, right, that's coming along, right? I mean, I don't know. Just be a guess.
I want him, don't get me wrong. And Kimberlin says being first revealed doesn't mean first distribution wise.
Right.
When they get Flash in hand before Grand Slam.
Yeah,
What if
very,
they
very
came at
true.
the same time.
Right.
That'd be cool. It'd be cool if they showed up at the same time. Zap, man, you need to get Zap. Zap's a good figure. I mean, he's he's plain, but all of these guys kind of are. Zap's a good figure. I like Zap.
I agree.
Only thing I don't like about Zap is the handle on the bazooka, and he's got those hard ass plastic hands, and putting the bazooka in his hand, like if you don't heat his hands, it whittles down the plastic. So
gotcha.
Just like original Zap, eventually if you take his bazooka in and out of his hand, it's gonna mess his hands up. So
yeah.
So
well,
all right.
Some of us have issues getting our bazooka in our hands. I mean, it's just fact of life.
Two-handed bazooka.
Damn it.
So here we go with our next retro Sunbow color Falcon here. So this is really like the Falcon that I think everybody wanted off the jump.
I'm sorry.
Well, I guess I do.
Goofball. All right. Sorry, man. I just caught my eye and I'm like, huh? What? I'm like, oh, that's. So here's the deal. Love the cartoon, right? I'm all about it. I don't know, man. Like, I just don't know. I just don't know anymore. We've gotten multiple Falcons. I mean, we're just getting multiples now. I'd like for them to go after the cartoon. I'd like them to go all in on the cartoon. I just don't know if I can go all in on this one. I'm just being honest. I don't know what there is here for me.
The original one is figure-wise is pretty close.
Right.
And if you take the head off the Night Force one and put on that original, you got a pretty good representation of Falcon. I liked the first Falcon other than the awful head skull.
Sure, of course.
So this may be a buy, this may be a pass, or a pick him up down the road. I think they nailed the look. I do think I kind of agree. Some people have said that the head, like the new head from Night Force, looks a little big for this body.
Right.
I kind of see it, but I don't think it looks too bad,
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I don't know. I mean, I just don't know if I need, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I need this one. It's just not enough different for me.
Yeah, I mean, if you're happy with either version of him, like this is, I can see this being a pass. Kimberlin likes this Falcon. I like the shotgun. They finally got the shotgun for him, right? So I do like him. I may wind up getting him because this would be the one that would replace the shelf. Like, I got all the Night Force stuff together, and old ugly face Butterface Falcon is the one that's on the shelf.
I mean, we all know. We all know that one is just brutal, but I don't know, man. Once we start adding up and that's what's so difficult, right?
Yeah.
It's because when we get to a lot of
$28.
And when we get, start getting some of the cartoon characters or more of the cartoon characters and stuff like that, of course, those are versions that I really, really like. And I love those colors. And that's why the Ultimates ones appeal to me in that respect. I know they're not great figures, but, once we start getting into 4 Falcons and 5 fucking Falcons and 6 Dukes and 7 fucking of this, and it just starts getting out of control for me. I mean, that's where it's just like, I don't need all of that. I don't.
Where I got to prioritize, I've got $28. Do I want another Falcon, or do I want this dude that we hadn't had yet, character or a new character or whatever. So,
And I'm not
But
a completionist. I'm not somebody that just has to have every single figure. I don't army build, and I don't, it's just I like to have one of each of the ones I really like. Even I'll take a chance on ones I don't think I like. But in all honesty, once we start getting them multiples and multiples, it's like, and I don't know anybody that back in the day that didn't age out where like once you got to V4 and V5 of certain characters, I guarantee you most people didn't have all those because they were already in high school. They were already like out of buying figures for the most part, and playing with them. So, yeah, I get it from a business aspect. I just from like a collector aspect, it just starts.
Yeah, I mean,
too many.
It's
Just
getting
too many guys.
It's getting fatiguing. And so that's part of the problem. Brandon's comment. So when Real American Hero Falcon come out, he was essentially compared to everything else. He kicked ass, we all knew, but now
Right.
he's just another figure I don't need to duplicate. Well, that's the problem. That's where they get us, is this is that kick-ass Falcon.
Right.
And, we're on third version of Falcon before we finally get this guy. So
I would like it if he came with a big gigantic backpack that you press buttons on the back of it. It's Don Johnson's voice. How cool would that be?
That'd be great if they could get some movie lines. If they ever do voice shit, it's got to be the cartoon or the movie or something. Pull lines.
Oh, sure. I mean, it'd be fun, but no, either way, yeah. I just, eventually for me, it's just, when do we, get to the point where maybe too many is too many? When you have your Night Force, when you have your Tiger Force, when you have this version, that version, this version, that version, cartoon version, then and it just starts to get a little much. And obviously depending on the characters too, right? Like as Cooter says, it was my first Joe, so it depends on what that figure means to you. It's fully understandable because we all have those. Right, we all have those ones that we know. I'll be honest with you, Flint's my favorite character. I still don't own the retro Carter one that came
You
out.
still had never got retro Flint.
Nope,
It's
I don't
a
have
good
it.
figure,
I've seen him multiple times at Walmart. I've seen him enough times that I could have scooped him up at any time, and I hadn't got him. And it's like I'll get him one day, but I've had plenty of opportunities, and I think the figure is great. I think the card art sucks asshole, but it is what
terrible.
it is. But yeah, it's just weird that way.
What up, Evil Dookie? How you doing, man?
Yeah.
We need to move on through these. I need to be getting wrapped up.
Well, I was gonna say I didn't know if you had to work tomorrow or not. That's
yeah.
the other thing too. I'm gonna try to meet up with War Chest tonight for a little bit too. But I was like, I don't know if you were off tomorrow or if you still had to go in. But I had a feeling.
Nope, that's why we got to get through these last few.
Okay.
Updated Chuckles, yes. I think Night Force. I think Night Force Chuckles. We probably will get a Night Force Falcon out of this, but I think Night Force Chuckles probably we'll see before too much longer, and I'm in for that. So I love me some Chuckles, man. So we're getting a retro card Valkyrie.
I don't even understand this exactly. I don't understand the whole point of a retro carded Valkyrie.
I mean, they had female. There were female, there were female Cobra troops. So that's
did we have these back in the day, or was this when I got out of the line?
Not in a figure form, no.
Okay. So that's my point. We already got these. Why is there a retro carded? This figure didn't exist. Why is there a retro carded Valkyrie when this figure was not a tech? You see what I'm saying? Quote unquote.
Oh yeah,
figure back in the day. This makes no sense to me. I don't understand.
Because they have a loophole because it's just a retro card. The card.
I totally get it. I mean, and I get all the reasons, right? I get all the reasons. I'm questioning it just because it doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, since even though we released Valkyries, let's make a retro carded Valkyrie for a figure that didn't exist back in the day. I'm like, what are we? What? Like
lighter color blue.
Because if you wanted a Valkyrie, I mean, obviously it's a 2-pack. So by releasing a singular, you can go that route. I fully understand, right? So for somebody that didn't get the 2-pack, here's your chance to just get one if that's what you like. I'm very much like that as well. But again, it's just strange to me that it's like, let's put this out in a retro card. How yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
female Crimson Guard, right? Same.
I mean, I like it. I love the Valkyrie, so
yeah, I think they're cool.
I probably will wind up getting this one, but I think it's kind of I don't know. I don't think it's a bad idea. I just think it's kind of a weird idea for right now. But we did get the female Crimson Guard, so now we're getting a female blue shirt. So
totally understand it
in retro.
My whole thing about the retro, though, is that's where they go back and the colors change, right? Because they're like, okay, let's make this more like the figure from the 80s or whatever. And so, but with this, there's not anything to compare it to. So that's what I find so interesting about the choices of doing the Crimson Guard and this one, is just from the simple fact that what they've traditionally done with those retro carded figures is try to make them more like that original 3 3/4. We don't have these to compare it to. So it's just odd. It's just an odd choice. And I get it. Why not do it? You know, but there's nothing retro about this figure. There's nothing retro about it.
The color.
It's just repackaged.
It's about it. Yeah.
I guess.
Color.
Right.
U.S. Combat Dojo says, hey, guys, packing up to head out to JoeFest in the morning. Can't wait. Yes, sir. All right. So Crimson Snake armor coming down the pike. We knew we were going to see another version of this before long, because there's a blue version too. So I need to see it. Like, the snake armor is awesome. I don't know if I need a crimson one. It'll probably be $80 or $85 now.
I can't go in on this.
As much as I love that snake armor, like I don't really absolutely love the crimson stuff. So I don't know if I'll pick this up. Maybe, but I'm leaning toward probably not. So, you know, we knew we were getting another color of it eventually. It was just, was it going to be red or blue? I had heard that they were going to do a dire version of this, and I don't know if that's a thing or if that was just people talking. I would be more inclined to go for something like that with some translucent stuff than the crimson.
Well, that would be wildly different.
Yeah.
Right.
I like
something to really make you go, oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
Like, cool. I get that.
I like this will be fine. It'll be great. If I've got the extra money, I'll pick it up. It won't even fit where I have my crimson guys right now. The cubby hole in the shelf is too short for it, and they're kind of like stepchildren over here in my display. Clint's landing in Augusta now. We're staying close to the 12th hole, so party's going until Monday, sir. All right, next up, Triple T.
There you go.
Are getting the Triple T. That's been kind of a, I guess a poorly kept secret, maybe, I guess, for a while. This one's been talked about.
Yeah, seems like it. This one made the rounds with, images and such.
Now, I need to see the price on it. I need to see what it's coming with, because I don't know. I know they mentioned in the stream that it's going to be modifiable to look like this, or probably have a canopy over it. I think there's images out there of it. I haven't seen them, but I think the images are out there if you know who to look at them from. But I liked Triple T. I know some people didn't, so I'm just gonna have to see it and see what kind of money they're gonna want for it. So there's that. That I hope it comes with USA Sarge. So That's the one. It's the one we needs the USA shirt from the first version because we've
Uh,
already kind of
yeah,
got the
that's
Triple T version.
yeah, no, that's the one that I want. If you're gonna give me another Sarge, if that's the case, then give me the fucking mail away. Like,
Yeah,
give me the that look. That's what I want. Period.
war chest
If
figure
in
comes with
fact
it.
if in fact that is who if he does, then that would be what I would want.
If they make the treads roll on this thing with that high track, it'll probably be $150, and I'm not inclined to pay $150 for a Triple T.
And as I've told many times, I'm not a big Sarge guy.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not, whatever. He's cool, but like, I don't worship at the altar. So,
right.
like, whatever. Like,
Uh,
and I think we do have enough personally. And if it's not the USA Sarge, I really don't give a fuck about a new Sarge. To be quite honest with you.
Matthew and New Jersey Ed says that they full force confirm that it's not USA Sarge. So, boo. All right, moving on. These, I want both of these figures. How much is this going to be for? It's a 2-pack, technically a 3-pack, because I count Junkyard as a damn character. So it sounds like we're not really going to get many more people in Marauders because it talks like they're kind of finishing them off and just throwing these guys in together is the way it sounded. I like Marauders. That's probably my favorite Joe sub team.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be a sucker and I'm going to buy these. They did say Junkyard will come with some upgraded shit. So I guess maybe they'll do a vest for him or something. I hope they fix his damn elbows. But I want this, man. But yeah, like Cypher says, $89. I do want this, so I'm gonna have to see. You got any thoughts on them? They were originally Marauders, so you got any thoughts on this?
These weren't my jam. These guys were not my real. I wasn't big into the Slaughters, Marauders, and all that. And so for me, I just don't. I never cared for the look of these. Like, I don't like the
color scheme
pattern. Yeah, I don't like the pattern at all.
The green and the blue.
Yeah, I mean the colors are not. It's not. I don't know that it's even necessarily colors, but just the pattern and the way that they look. I didn't care about them back then, and so if we're gonna get this updated and it keeps this scheme, which I fully understand. It's just not something that appeals to me. Sub teams were also never a big deal to me.
No,
and
me
also
either.
A lot of the sub teams started to really come out by the time I was in high school. And so
these were 89.
Yeah,
88 or 89, I think.
I did. I mean, I didn't get into. I didn't get into Tiger Force. I really didn't get into many of those sub teams. I had Battle Force 2000, right? That was probably about really on the back end of it for me to an extent. And then that, Special Missions Brazil. But I talk about that all the time. I love that for its uniqueness.
I think we're going to get it.
I would love that. I like it for its uniqueness, but some people hate those uniforms. So I fully understand. This just does nothing for me, and I don't need these guys again, personally.
Word.
Yeah, I mean, you just really have to do something extremely different with these guys for me to really be, to really be into these guys personally.
I wasn't a big sub team guy either, and I think I actually only had Mutt and Junkyard, and that was because my original Mutt was so worn out.
Okay.
I bought him to have just a new version of Mutt, and I liked the colors. I liked the blue and the green. So I got him, and I don't think I had any of the other Marauders figures back then, but I did have Mutton Junkyard, of course. That is the last slide that I have got, unless you guys want to look at some more synergy pictures, synapse. I kept calling him Syndrome from The Incredibles. When they announced his name,
right?
Yeah, Marauder Spirit and barbecue. Barbecue looks the best to me. I love that Marauder's barbecue. Just unfortunately, that barbecue figure itself is not great because of the drop down hips.
I never grabbed him, and I've seen him out so many times. He's at the comic shop I go to. I think he's still there. He's been there for like a year on the peg.
He's such a good looking figure, but man, it is janky.
He's
one of the worst.
Just didn't do a lot for me. Cypher says that they said they'll reveal one more tomorrow.
Yeah, I think the one they forgot is Night Force Psych Out is what most people, because
yeah, sure,
we already know it's coming, and
Right.
the Walmart collector thing is next
Right.
month. So
Yeah.
if Kimberlin's listening, he may or may not be able to confirm that if that's a thing, but
Right.
I think it's going to be that Psych Out, which I'm really curious to see what they do with Psych Out, because he was fucking horrible.
Yeah, it was a pretty shitty figure. Reminds me of like some sneak peek action, right? You know,
I
like what the fuck
hated
are we doing here?
that figure.
Yeah, Psych
so
Out was
much.
just weird. I mean, I had him, but it's just kind of, you wanted to get all them motherfuckers.
Synapse doing oligarchy shit.
Holy shit, that's hilarious.
Synapse cooking a mad sick rap album.
Raising, but that's
Synapse raising
fucking
the dick
funny,
from
dude.
the dead.
That's some funny shit. Like that's
Stu
great.
for lunch. What's
Stu,
up, Stu?
how you doing?
Sneaking
Stu?
in here. Sneaking
Yeah,
in at the
man.
end here. So.
Yeah, looking forward to this weekend. Obviously, I'll probably at some point in time, if we're on the road and I can get a signal, I'll probably maybe go live a couple times, just us riding and shooting the shit a little bit. Go live on the channel and just say, hey, if any of you guys are up and about sometime between, it won't be super early, but as the day goes on, as we get somewhere around like maybe 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, Central Standard Time, or whatever, I may just go live and chat a little bit while we're in the car, as long as it doesn't cut in and out to nothing too crazy. But yeah, we'll have some fun with it this time. I've got a different approach this year with going, and looking to have a little more fun that way with some camera work and getting some goofy stuff, just some goofy fun stuff on camera, talking to some people and stuff.
I may or may not try and go live. I always say it when we're down there. I'd like to, but it's just
hard to hear.
Saying it, it's really hard to hear, and it's hard for people to hear you if you, so it's saying it and actually doing it when you're there is it's a different animal. So we'll see, it might be spontaneous. We might schedule something, who knows? But we'll be around. So, and I guess my mouse battery just died.
That sucks.
I just put this battery in this thing. All right. So need a swing on my nuts. All right.
Yeah, no, it is hard to hear down there. So it is difficult. You're absolutely correct.
And for some reason, I'm starting to get hoarse tonight, and we ain't even left the house yet.
Oh, shit. Don't let that happen. Lose your voice.
So we're going to roll up out of here. Thank everybody for watching, listening to our thoughts on these renders today. Enjoyed hearing what you guys think about them. Looking forward to JoeFest. Looking forward to seeing all of you guys that are going to be there, and everybody that's not. It's a good time. So, you can go, you can't, it's not obtainable for everybody. I'm barely getting there this year myself. So, but we are looking forward to it. Like, this is the one thing
Yeah,
all
absolutely.
year that I plan out, that I look forward to, is going to JoeFest. So, looking forward to seeing old friends, seeing people we hadn't met yet, making new friends, all that good stuff. I will take a shitload of pictures, a lot of video, all the usual stuff. I'll try to post some as we go. You know, I like to string it together and make a video from it, but I may got a couple different ways to do it this year. So I may upload some while we're down there. We'll just see. So again, thank you guys for hanging out tonight, and we'll see some of you in 2 days, and the rest of you we'll see.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Get ready for a surprise.